Welcome to ETH Daily, a daily briefing on the latest in Ethereum. ZipSwap raises $3.5 million through an initial liquidity offering. Snapshot announces the release of a voting framework on StarkNet. OpenSea releases a list of 20 NFT Security Group members, and Argent adds support for Aave to its zkSync wallet. All this and more from ETH Daily starts right now. ZipSwap, a decentralized trading protocol on optimistic Ethereum, has raised 1,100 ETH through a week-long initial liquidity offering. Users who deposited ETH into the protocol received a proportional share of 55 million ZIP, the protocol's native token. ZipSwap will use all funds raised through the ILO to fund its ZIP ETH liquidity pool. ILO participants were guaranteed a minimum price of 44.4 to 55.3% of their entry price if they decide to sell their ZIP tokens. A Nyan farm is also set to open on Optimism, where users will be able to stake their ZIP tokens and receive rewards. 10% of the protocol's 100 million ZIP token supply has been allocated towards farming rewards on Nyan over the next 3 months. 14 million ZIP tokens are allocated towards ZipSwap's anonymous developers. The optimistic rollup native DEX is based on a modified Uniswap v2 codebase. The modifications were made to reduce the byte size of transactions by compressing data, as size is the most important fee determining factor for optimistic rollups. According to ZipSwap, the total fee for a standard swap is less than on Uniswap, and in some cases even cheaper than an ETH transfer on Optimism. DAO voting platform Snapshot has announced the upcoming release of Snapshot X, a voting framework built on Layer 2 zk rollup solution StarkNet. DAOs will soon be able to run their on-chain governance on Layer 2 and execute transactions on Ethereum. The Layer 2 voting framework is set to roll out for whitelisted DAOs in Q2 of 2022, with a public release for all DAOs in Q3. Formerly called StarkVote, Snapshot X uses storage proofs to verify balances, allowing for an entirely permissionless framework and removing the need for checkpoints. The reduction in cost of on-chain computation on StarkNet is 50 to 100 times cheaper than on Layer 1 Ethereum. Users can also vote and create proposals by signing messages without paying gas, given the gas cost is sponsored by the DAO on Snapshot X. OpenSea has released a list of 20 initial members to its NFT Security Group, including Adobe, Coinbase, MetaMask, Polygon, IPFS, and Nifty Gateway, among others. First announced at NFT NYC, the NFT Security Group hopes to share vulnerabilities and fixes before they reach other platforms. Membership to the group requires an invitation from the committee and a commitment to a shared goal of collective improvement to drive mainstream adoption. The working group will tackle issues across interoperability, metadata security, wallet security, smart contract security, and blockchain consensus security. The group will also work to educate users on how companies cannot move their assets for them. However, OpenSea has received criticism in recent months for freezing assets on the marketplace. The issue lies in OpenSea locking assets reported for suspicious activity or fraud, leaving users with high-value NFTs which are blocked from trading. Locked assets are often sold for much less on alternative marketplaces. Argent has added support for Aave to its zkSync wallet. Users can now access Layer 2 DeFi and save up to 100 times on fees compared to Layer 1. Aave is currently the fourth largest DeFi marketplace with over $20 billion in total value locked. Argent's Aave integration on zkSync will enable users to earn interest by depositing assets. Currently, only USDC and DAI Aave deposits are accepted in Argent zkSync wallets. Users will receive either a USDC or a DAI in proportion to their deposited amounts. A small gas fee is also paid by the user to cover their share of Layer 1 transaction fees needed to rebalance the pool. zkSync is an EVM-compatible zk Layer 2 scaling solution on Ethereum. zkSync smart contract support on Argent will be rolled out in version 2.0 later this year. And lastly, Curve Finance has added support for optimistic Ethereum. Users can now swap stablecoins and deposit tokens into liquidity pools. Currently, only DAI, USDC, and USDT are supported on the platform. Curve's stablecoin pool on Optimism offers liquidity providers with roughly 12% APR. Curve also supports Arbitrum with plans to add zkSync in the near future. Curve Finance is a decentralized exchange focused on stablecoin liquidity pools. This has been a roundup of today's top news stories from ETH Daily. Please support this podcast by supporting our grant on gitcoin.co/ETH Daily. You can also use our Trezor hardware wallet affiliate link by visiting ether.fm/Trezor. Join us on Twitter at ETH Daily and subscribe to our newsletter at newsletter.ether.fm. Thanks for listening. We'll see you tomorrow.